Welcome everybody, man. This is the album review for the Death of Slim Shady, and I want to say uh, there's no need for the intro music for this. We can just get right to it. I don't need these anymore. Now, when I do album reviews, I don't want to go into how I feel about a person personally, what they done lately. Did they smack somebody and make me feel a neg? I'm judging the music. I'm judging it all. I'm judging the whole environment, the collective piece of an album, to give you my honest opinion. Now, my opinion is not going to be probably like the rest of these glazers that they put on that's judging off fandom. And they're just going to put those videos at the top. You may not even get a notification for this video ever. And if y'all found it, congratulations. You just happen to be up. But I know how the politics of this game work. And right now, this album here is better than Music to Be Murdered By. It's better than that album. But if this is Eminem's last album, believe me, if this is Eminem's last album, thank you for all the years and all the great music that you gave us in your career. But as of right now, it's done. There's nothing more for you to do unless you just feel like rapping and you just don't want to give it up. But as far as albums, this should be it. I'm someone from the Midwest who grew up a fan of Eminem work early on, and the times have changed and he hasn't changed with it, but in not a good way. This album is an example of that. Listen to this album and I'm just like, what is this? I've never really been like that completely. This is like the Juice WRLD Godzilla song almost. Like this album gives me those type of vibes. I don't even think he understands what he's doing. Now, the intro starts off Renaissance, and I was feeling Renaissance. I'm like, okay, all right, I see where he's going with this. And it stayed there for the entire album. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of kamikaze-ish, but it's like almost every beat on this album is the same. It is like recycled garbage. And I'm sick of it. I was so sick of this. Oh my God, I was upset because I was like hyped for this album. It's like, okay, we finna get the old Slim Shady back. We finna get Eminem back. What we got was not that at all. What we got was not that. Basically, too many songs and a lot of recycleness on this album. If I had to rate it, it'll be 2 stars out of 4 for this album. And this is clearly a problem with Eminem. He cannot make hooks, and it's apparent in this song. Every hook was terrible on this album. The production was terrible. No, it was like they had a theme and they stayed in the theme. But for like 12 songs of the same beat is kind of retarded. And for me, I know what I'm listening to as soon as it comes on. So as soon as I heard one song, I knew right away. I said, oh no, the Brand New Dance. As soon as Brand New Dance come on, I say, that's Cannabis. That's the Cannabis song that he never released. It just leaked on the internet. It didn't make it to the album. Cannabis, oh Cannabis, we're all the Cannabis. The Cannabis diss song. I can hear that beat all through that new. No matter how much they try to jazz it up, that beat I hear right there. As soon as Brand New Dance come on. And then one of the songs got When the Music Stops from the Eminem show. And I was just listening to that song the other day. So it's fresh in my head. So as soon as I heard the song, I said, oh my God, that's When the Music Stops. I mean, it's immediately, my brain just picks the song right up. It can pick up the frequency of that song. So I'm like, oh my God, how much of these songs did he recycle? So it's like recycled songs. So if this is the end of Eminem, it's time. It's definitely time. Now, the lyrics. Let's get to the lyrics. Eminem is rhyming. He's rhyming a bunch of words yet again to try to arrive at a point. And he sounds like a grumpy old man. And if you listen to the songs, it's just basically Gen Z and you guys don't understand me. And it's not that. It's like I would be considered a grumpy old man compared to what's going on out here. Yeah, there is the truth. That is the truth, that this generation don't respect this generation. And yes, we get that. And Renaissance kind of reiterated how the people, he was like, I'm going in the mind of a hater. Kendrick album was this, but it just didn't have any bangers. And then this and that. Next thing you know, y'all be hating the 36 Chambers. When he was going down that notion and doing those lines, I got it. You know? Midlife crisis? Oh no, it's just over. You know, he never got to the point in his mind. They've tried to push things in front of him to say, okay, Eminem, you do this now. You can go into acting now, Eminem. You could do this, you could do that. He just want to rap because that's all he knows. You know how many movie scripts this guy turned down? That the movie was for him. Southpaw was for him. The Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Eminem was supposed to be the boxer in Southpaw. 50 Cent was the producer, the manager or whatever. So he ended up doing the soundtrack still, but he pulled out and let Jake Gyllenhaal step in there and play it. He was in the boxing ring and got his bell rung and got taken to school sparring at the Kronk gym. And there was a 16-year-old kid taking him to school when Eminem thought he was good. And he was like, oh, man, I quit. I can't do this no more. This guy damn near broke my nose. He's a 16-year-old kid, and he's making me look ridiculous. So Eminem dropped out of the movie. So mentally, he's not always all there. His confidence level isn't there. And this album is living proof of it. What I'm listening to is a fall of someone great. Eminem raps a bunch of words but can't arrive at. That's why his hooks are terrible. They're absolutely terrible on this album. If you listen to every hook on this album, it's like, where are the people to say, let's get this thing? It's not even constructed well. And I've listened to this album 2 times already. And I said, I'm trying so hard to find Eminem, but what I'm hearing is a person that don't go outside. He's talking about a generation that don't understand him when he only comes around to sell and push his items. And when they don't want to buy them, then he gets mad. You Gen Zs. No, you don't go outside. I could tell from listening to your music. So you have a bunch of people around you that go outside. So you need them to give you the information so that you can go ahead and make this album and make an album. And you've been doing this for years, because as the years go on, the more and more of a recluse you become, to the point where you don't even want to go outside no more. You get a phobia of being outside. And this is the prime example of a rapper with nothing to say. I told you, when people start doing part 2s, it's over. It's over. When I start seeing part 2, I go, oh God, no. Don't do part 2. That means you're out of ideas. You're out of ideas. You don't need a sequel with albums. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. Jay-Z didn't know what the title of the album was going to be because he didn't even want to think. He's not creative. He's a business formulated individual. Benzino didn't finish him off. Eminem just done. I mean, it's over. It's really over. And this album just, what I hear in this whole album is, what do you want from me? That's what I hear from this album. One message in this album is, what do you want from me? This is what I do. This is what I can do. What else do you want from me? That's the cry I hear out on this album. I don't know how y'all listen to lyrics and I take the album as a collective and I try to get a message from it. And the album is, this is it. This is all I know how to do. This is it. What more do you want from me? That's it. That's what this album says. Is that I know, right? I know where I'm at, right? I know I can rap, but I know I can't do anything. I don't know how to do what y'all talking about. That's what this is. That's what this is. That's what I hear from the Death of Slim Shady LP. It was a disappointment for me. It was a real disappointment. I was hoping for good things with this. With the Toby Maguire song, the hook wasn't that bad. So I was like, okay, Toby Maguire was bit by a spider. I could deal with that. But Houdini, the Abracadabra song, that's why he used Abracadabra for the hook. He did that in this song. Somebody save me. The song where he apologizes to Haley again for being on drugs. I thought he already made that song. I'm like, didn't he do this already? Didn't he make that I'm sorry I was on drugs song already? He's doing that again? Did you go back on drugs? What the hell's going on here? I'm like, that song is terrible. Somebody save me. 'Cause Eminem is making songs that he don't know what he's doing, don't know what he's in. He just needs to go away. I'm just rhyming a bunch of words. Oh my God. I can't believe I've been up this whole morning listening to Eminem for like 2-3 hours straight. I need my head examined. Songs that I like: the intro, Renaissance, Habits. I like Habits. Habits, he's kind of talking about the things that he got a habit of, always calling women hoes and bees, and that he's like, okay, I got a habit of doing that. I'm trying to get away from that. That's the old Slim Shady guy. I got to put him away. Yeah, I got my habits. So he's talking about stuff like that. Habits is cool. And then Trouble comes along, and Trouble is all right too. So the album starting off is going good. Then comes Brand New Dance. And I said, okay, all right, that's just one song. Then comes Evil. Then comes a skit. Then comes Lucifer. Then comes the Antichrist. And I'm like, okay, you're Lucifer, you're the Antichrist, okay, you're telling us. Fuel is good. Fuel's a good song. It got me off of the, I'm like, Fuel is all right. I can listen to Fuel. Thank you. I'm like, good. He got a song. I could survive this. Then comes Road Rage. Then comes Abracadabra. Then comes the breaking news skit, and then comes the ridiculous Guilty Conscience 2. That is so awful. Oh my God. Then comes Head Honcho. Bad. Temporary. Wish this was temporary, but it wasn't. Then comes Bad One. Yes, it was a bad one. And he was right about a bad one. Oh my God. Eminem's trying to rap like a love song to somebody, and it is, woo! It is a bad one. Toby, the only thing I can listen to, so many misses on here. Then comes the Guess Who's Back skit. Guess who's back? Where did everybody go? I mean, hell, I could do it better than him. He even did the skit set. Then comes Somebody Save Me, and then it's over. You know when your run is over, you just admit when it's over, when it's at its end. Oh my goodness. It's a cry. It's a far cry. It's a hell of a fall off. Somebody Save Me again had to be stopped right here. As you see, that's the look on my face. Eminem, the look he got right there is the look on my face. I mean, yeah, it's not a good album. I mean, it's a listenable album. It's definitely, if this is the last album, just it's done. There's nothing else to say. Let's pack up the tent. Let's go away. Hey, what's up, HD? I mean, he can't make hooks. And you can clearly hear somebody who's disconnected. Like they don't go outside. You know, that's like if I decided to sit there and start breaking down a WNBA game. Like if I'm sitting in there and like, yeah, and then she gave the ball to the tall girl with the dreads, the number 34 chick, you know, she looked like she averaged about 5 rebounds. I'm like, she's not doing her job. I'm like, I don't know nothing about these women like that or the game. And we sitting there breaking this man, Eminem is so disconnected. Everything, almost all his rhymes is like, he basically said all this before. And he's just he's just rhyming words. That's it. Just bouncing, rhyming words, but it's going nowhere. The last song sound like the other song, and the other song, track 4 sound like track 7. Track 7 sound like track 6. The beat and the tones is all the same. Why isn't anyone saying anything? No one will talk about this album after 2 days. After 2 days, album's done. What else could be a single? Somebody Save Me? Oh my God. I just know, I'm just glad I don't have to deal with this no more. I just go listen to the first 3 CDs that he put out. I just go listen to that. Other than that, it's done. It was better than the last album. That's all I can tell you. He gave us 2 albums of crap last time. He's like, I got 2 shows worth. Y'all like Kamikaze? All right, I'm back. Here you go. You want more Shady? This is what I give you. And I was like, oh no. Yeah, Kamikaze was an accident. He was just in the right space of time to make that. Because nobody liked that gospel album he put out. That rehab gospel album he put out. I'm like, what is this? Eminem and Beyonce. Eminem and Ed Sheeran. I'm like, the fuck? Man, that album was so bad. Then he rushed out with Kamikaze quick because he knew your own fans was like, what the hell is this? I mean, all the hooks are bad. Like they're bad. No, I'm like, who is there? Can you get somebody to write you a hook? That's why you don't do hooks. Look, Fabulous knows I can't make hooks. He admits it. I'm horrible at it. That's why I always get somebody else to do the hook. I don't know how to do them. You might know how to rap, but this is not your strong suit. Get someone else in there to write the hook. Get 50 Cent up, say, Fifth, I need you to write me some hooks. Fifth can write hooks. Get him in the office. Get somebody in there. This train is crashed. It's over. You know, Eminem, you got my listen. I listened to it on Apple Music. So you got your plays. I listened to it twice, and that's it. I'm out. I'm out from that listening to this album ever again. I'm done. MGK just amplified what was already there, what people wasn't saying to him that was around him, and he knew it. That's why he always go in safe spaces. Like, I'm gonna go on my own show, my Shady 45 guy, and talk to Sway. Well, Sway will not ask me anything. He's just gonna go, yeah, right. I mean, yeah, right. You do cut my check. Yeah, I'm grateful, Marshall. So I knew it was over then. It's done. It's unfortunate, but it's done. But now you're gonna have all these glazers that's out here now that's going like me. Like, I wouldn't be saying the word glazer if I wasn't on the internet and knowing that everybody, you glazing, glazing, glazing. I wouldn't know glazing is the word. Eminem don't even probably know what the hell glazing is. He's not outside. He's not online. He's not in the world. He only comes out when he got music going on that he got to promote and push. I got a project to push. I got it now. He's like, hey, what's a glazer? He don't know what the hell is going on. Oh, this Gen Z. It's the perfect look. That's the album cover. That is the album cover of Eminem's album. And then the whole thing is zipping him up. Look, it's zipping him up. This is his album cover. And I'm like, zip him up in the body bag. It's over. Zip that bag all the way up and let it stay there. Is Ken Kniff on the album? Yes. Well, if you want to call that his imitation, he can't even do Ken Kniff right no more. He's guess who's back. I want to reach out and grab you. Where did everybody go? I know it's been over. I thought he would go out with a bang. You know, I'm like, all right, this is my death for Slim Shady. He finna come with it. He gonna bring D12 out for black. Like, this finna be it. You know, like, you go out. Because it's like, look, I ain't got to appease no crowds, nobody. This is me at my fullest. I'm finna give you the best, or it ain't coming out. That's just how it is. This is gonna be my last album. I'm definitely finna give you all this. I'm not finna give you fluff, because anybody could do like fluff, like just rap words, and we'll just create a hook and a name for the song. That's his. Whew. He needed some snares or something. He needed some snares. This album needed snares. He needed some snares. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. It's like, remind me of when 3 Stacks is like, when you see one of your favorite artists just ain't bringing it, like, how do you let him know? Like, that's got to be rough for Royce and these guys that's probably around him. Like, I don't even know if Royce was around for this project. But if he was, like, what do you tell him? Like, can I talk to you for a minute? Yeah. Have you ever thought about, like, golfing? What? It might be time for a change. Oh my God. Like it's dude, there's so many songs on here that I would put in my never play again bed. But it's so many recycled beats and it's recycled Eminem beats, and it's like, oh wow. Some of the beats on here probably are recycled from songs that I don't even remember from bad albums that he already had. And he just like, no, this song was good. I'm just gonna take that and re-jazz it up. And I'm guarantee you Eminem produced all the music. Move, get out of the way. But we just did that song. Oh no, same beat. Yeah, they're gonna love this. They loved it the first time. They're gonna love it again. And we never released the cannabis song, not really. So yeah, now we can release it. But this, because they love that song. We'll do this. Oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. I mean, how hard is it to rap to that hook though? That's what I said. That's the best hook on the song is the Toby one, and that's bad. I mean, it's not bad, but it's average at best. It gets you to the next line without altering the song. But who couldn't rap off of it? Like it's like a nursery rhyme, so you could easily follow that and rap it into the next line. Toby Maguire was bit by a spider. Eminem should effing retire. Everybody don't like his rhymes are tire. It's like it's really easy to rap off of it. I mean, you can listen to it one time. I don't encourage you not to listen to it. It starts off pretty good. Then you're gonna see when it falls off the cliff, and then you're gonna be just stuck for the rest of the ride, thinking like it's gonna pick up. It's gotta pick up. Oh no, this ain't picking up. This is it. You're in for the long haul. This is it. As good as it's gonna get. It's your moment. Like I told you. Who couldn't rhyme off that? Toby Maguire was better by spider. Eminem should effing retire. Everybody don't like his rhymes are entire. Everybody looking at him and they tired. Everybody sick of knowing about his gimmicks. All that he do and this is what he do. He uses his crew. He's only for muse. Everybody doing it for clicks and views. He's not a muse. He's singing for music, and everybody know they always used to it. Everything flow. He's everything saying. He's rhyming these words. All of the internet nerds, they're gonna like pick it apart and say how hard it lines it was. Everybody's heard it all before. I don't know why they saw anything different, was expecting anything different. I'm like, it's so easy to bounce off of that beat. It is so easy to bounce off of that beat. Who couldn't write to that? But it's a bunch of words. I just sat there without thinking, rapping, just putting it together, just bouncing words. That's all it is. So who would sit there and actually think that's hard? I know HD can do it. HD is like, I can do that in my sleep. HD can sit there and do that in his sleep. Now imagine you got a pad and a pen in front of you and you got that beat. You could write to that for years. Yeah. Same cadence, same everything. This is the thing that Drake faces. Drake has that same problem. He has the same cadence, and he was doing it the entire rap battle. Same cadence, No creativity, no nothing. Kendrick gave you levels when he was making his songs. This is why Euphoria hits. This is why Not Like Us hits. This is why Meet the Grams hits. All three songs are different. 3 different songs. That's why they stood out. The beats were selected and he rapped to the beat. Euphoria scales, meaning that it starts at one place, it goes up, and then it goes to a certain level, then it goes back to another level, goes back down, then it picks back up. It has levels to it. He rapped as Drake. He rapped as himself. He asked questions. What is it, the braids? You don't want to work with me no more. Okay. You know, it's creativity. It's interactive with the people so they can resonate with it more. It's easy to follow, too. People learned that song in like one day. And they were out there. You got people going around, is it the braids? They ain't even got braids. You got white people going around talking about some is it the braids. It's crazy as hell. But they love the song. Now, Meet the Grams come on, and it's like a haunting. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And that is from I think like a Christian group. It's like 2 black dudes that made that record, that made the actual real record. But what that does is changes the tone and brings you all the way in. When Meet the Grams come in, you're like, because now it's bringing you in to listen to the lyrics. Everybody is sitting up when Meet the Grams come on. Dun, dun. So now it's inviting you to come in and listen to these lyrics as I pour them out to you. And there is no hook at all on Meet the Grams. The hook is that piano, the piano break. Dun, 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 dun. That's the hook. Genius. This album make me want to go listen to K-Dot now. I'm about to play Not Like Us again. God damn. No, he should not battle Kendrick. He should battle anybody. Don't even battle Jay-Z at this point. If Jay-Z's listening to this album, I know he's like, the white boys lost it. He's spiraling. It's bad. Did he say some things that's clever? You gotta sometimes look in the mirror and what he said, sometimes you gotta face yourself in the mirror because you're full of shit like Miralax. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, Miralax, all right, yeah. I felt my bar was a little better though. I used to have that line, I break shit down like Metamucil. So that I was like, I break shit down like Metamucil. I used to have that in one of my rhymes that I wrote many years ago, like 20. I was like, man, yeah, I have lines that was going back 20 some years. Everybody was like, man, that line is crazy. I'm like, dude, you know how many lines I had, dude? I was crazy with them lines, man. It was effortless. I used to get and receive a lot of what you would call lines from, like, I would see movies. And I know all the rappers watch movies, like Nas. Nas got a lot of lines from movies. So when he would say a line, I knew which movie he got to because I watched a lot of movies. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know where he got that from. No, Eminem's just stuck in a funk. And when you're stuck in a funk and you just really, and it only comes from, it's coming from a place that don't normally make any sense. Like, it could have been averted. Like, he's not surrounded by hip hop culture. Like, Eminem's mom is now like Debbie, she's proud of him and all of these different things. And she did all the best she could for him. And she's recovering and all the stuff. But Eminem is stuck in a situation he can't get out of. He doesn't know how to live in the world. You know, he comes in as this hip hop rhyme guy with bars galore, and he was just he was so accepted with us, and he was pure hip hop. He was the essence of it because he was outside. He was in the battle cipher rooms. He was in the atmosphere of hip hop. So his rhymes was crazy because he was in that world. Once he got out of that world, he became the guy who rapped for money, like when it was time to rap. But he wasn't no longer in the world. He was isolated, recluse, isolated from everybody. He don't come outside, and he's hanging around his family in the rich white neighborhoods. He's going out with them. He's not engulfed in anything rap related, hip hop. He go to the studio with some other rappers come in and want to make records, and like I said, you only use your crew for muses just so you can go and create garbage music. It was very easy to do that. Your fans are old now. They 45. They sick of it. They seen it. You came in the game as a gimmick. Fake blue eyes, fake blonde hair. Next thing you know, you was using Nair. You wore makeup and you dropped your pants. No one looked at you as a threat and a chance to ever be the king of hip hop. You didn't even want that title. You just wanted to be accepted. And now, right now, you want to come in and say, man, right now he wants to say he's the king of hip hop. Like, he's number one. He's mad he ain't top of the list when you just wanted to be accepted. Now you demanding to be the top. And yes, you're going to call it hating on him. This is actually constructive criticism. This is constructive because this is all true. See, when the truth, you can call it hate. I'll go full Kendrick. I hate the way that you rap. I hate this damn way that you recycle beats. I hate the way that you do hooks. I hate the way that you right. I hate it. Just it's too many yes men around. Well, yeah, hell, if I'm a broke guy and I'm sitting over there, this is my big shot, and I'm around Eminem, I'm not gonna say nothing to jeopardize it. But if I'm his homeboy and I'm like, look, dog, if you really respected me, you got to hear this coming from me. You need some muses, like for real. Using Big Sean and all these other guys, yeah, but they're there to ride your wave. You're introducing them to an international audience. Eminem is big internationally. In the United States, nobody gives a damn dog about Eminem anymore. International is where you make your money. It'd be, oh, Eminem, Slim Shady. And they go and they bump it. And now that he got this weird beard, he looks like somebody that shouldn't even be rapping. He don't even look like a rapper anymore. He looked like somebody that just came out of a goddamn rock concert. Right. They brought him out to the Detroit Pistons album. I mean, to not the Pistons, but the Lions game. He won't go to the Pistons game. They lose it. When they start winning games, Eminem will be out. Abracadabra was him doing his old stick all over again. Eminem says Redman is the most slept on rapper of all time. Eminem was starting to look old, and to everybody else, they're like, Eminem, is he sick? What's going on with Eminem? So he started to grow that beard. It's like, I got to get this beard going. I got to get this blonde out of my hair. I got to stop doing that. People are starting to see that this is this is fake. All right, so Eminem's got to look like a 20-year-old for the rest of his life. It's like it's not even fathomable. Yes, he's white. He's gonna age. His skin's gonna crack. So it's gonna happen. But in Hollywood, that can't happen. So we got to get you a stylist. And now I got to, oh, he's losing hair. He's losing hair in the back. Get him a hat. Now Eminem's got to wear a hat. Now he's got to put on a hoodie every time you see him. Hat and hoodie, beard. What are you hiding from? It makes him feel secure wearing that hat. Right. If I'm 50 Cent, I'll tell him, I'll be like, man, I thank you for giving me this opportunity. I made it as far as I can in this rap thing, but I gave it up myself, man. They're not gonna appreciate you, man. They ain't gonna get the music. Plus, you should just have me do all the hooks. I'd have done all the hooks for you for free. 50 Cent is always going to make it at whatever he's doing because he has the work ethic. He knows how he's outside. He's not a recluse. He's connected, even to hip hop. He never closed himself off to the new era. Eminem did. Pop Smoke. Eminem, 50 Cent was right there with Pop Smoke and those guys. So now you see Eminem with Juice World. That just don't even make any sense. It just looks crazy because it looks like a gimmick. It doesn't look authentic at all. Um, Here's the funniest thing about what she said. Jaguar Wright, y'all want to talk about that now? I was going to do that on the Patreon, but I'll do a little bit of it right now. Jaguar Wright was around because she was sleeping with Proof. She was getting nailed by Proof. She was hanging around getting high. He was getting drinking and drugs and all that stuff, and he was banging her. Of course she's gonna be pro Proof. She was a groupie. She was just not a groupie. She was a backup singer and all of this stuff. And, she was just getting broke off. It's just she was there. How many people just hit that on tour? She was just the thing that you hit because it's there. So it's what it is. Well, they try to use other things to validate themselves, like Complex. And when you use people like that are plants in the industry, people like academics and things like that, these are plants. They have no connection to hip hop whatsoever, but they're going to put there and say, oh, this is the number one guy in the spot right now. Based off what? Complex, you didn't even know about rap to about 5 years ago. Only thing y'all knew was Eminem. That's it. If they ever interviewed Eminem, just be like, why did you dye your hair blonde? Why did you dye your hair blonde? Why did you actually go and put um, blue contact lenses in your eyes? What was that about? Why did you feel you needed to do that? Why would you wearing do-rags? What was that about? No one asked him these questions because he will not sit down and interview with anybody. Only person he's going to sit down with is Sway, because Sway works for him. Yeah, Revival was the first album he put out where everyone told him he was out of touch. And from that point, he was just pissed off with everybody because the people that he paid to have his back, the people that he paid to have his, his media that they pay for to promote his albums, they were even against it. And the hip hop world's like, yeah, Eminem's done. I mean, all of that was a failure. When Adele turns you down for the Walk on Water song and it goes to Beyonce, and you screw that up, and then you're harboring a grudge with Jay-Z ever since then. Then you took a shot at Jay-Z on Kamikaze, bringing up the fact that you bodied him on Renegade when before you never said that you did that. Why would you say that on that record? That was selective. And it had everything to do with that Walk on Water crap with Beyonce. You know I know, Slim. You ain't got to tell me. I already know. And then you double down again, and Royce come up here and take your side and say, oh, he wasn't talking about him. Well, he damn sure ain't talking about Kendrick. Because if he talking about Kendrick at number 2, then say it. But deep down, I know, you feel you better than Kendrick too. You feel you better than him. And after all the work you've done, your albums are better. You sold way more records. How the hell are they going to put Kendrick ahead of you? Nas, who you respected, you felt, oh yeah, I tore him up on that remix. Should we be happy for Eminem that he came out with another album and gave the fans another album? I mean, it depends on who the fans are that wanted him to make another album. I didn't want him to make another album. I thought he was done after music to be drive by and all that. That was the worst. I was like, oh God, he went way off the rails at the Kamikaze. Everybody thought Eminem was back, but he wasn't. He was just like, all right, he's back, Kamikaze. We got the old Eminem back. No, he just had something to say because everybody was going at him. So it gave him his construct and what to do. And then after that, he had to go back to making songs again. They were like, you're hot again. All right. And he put out like a double CD of crap. And I'm like, oh, God, this is bad. This album is better than that last one. I mean, you could throw that music to drive by or whatever that is. You could put that right in the trash with Revival and stack up the garbage music you've been making for a long time. The lack of creativity, and I know D12 was full of creativity. That first album, no song on that album is the same as the first song. Every song is different. And the Devil's Night album, oh my God, every song is different. Every song is different all the way through. And some of the best songs didn't even have Eminem on them. Instigator and all those other songs, it was all different songs, different meanings, different ideas for the songs. That's creativity. That's hip hop. That's rapping at its purest form. I'm an instigator. Ain't nobody worse than me. Dog, you should have got D12 back in here and said, look, dog, let's just make some hooks. Let's get things going. But I know what he feeling. We dated. We old. D12 is old. They all in their 50s. And you want something to sound like today, but I'm rapping like tomorrow or yesterday. But I want it to sound like today. And I don't know how you're doing that because this album doesn't sound like that. I swear to God, if they put out a disclaimer said this was recorded in 2009, everybody be like, yeah, I knew it. Okay, cool. Now it makes sense. Yeah. It would look like that. It was recorded in 2009. So that's my thoughts on this album. It's listenable, 2 stars out of 4. It starts off good, if then it starts to decline with each song, and it goes down a slide that you don't get back up for. Right now, if I had to pick my favorite song on the album right now, it would be Habits. Habits is probably my favorite song that I listen to the most out of this whole album. Habits would be it. Other than that, that's it. I like the intro, Renaissance, and Habits come on, and I'm thinking, okay, we finna get something, and it doesn't live up to it. Oh well, Biden, yeah, Biden was something crazy, wasn't he? That he was gonna mention K Dot, yeah, but he mentioned him in a way. I'm gonna speak from the mind of a hater. K Dot's album was nice, but it just didn't have any bangers. He's just trying to use it as an example, but he wants to really mention K Dot. He really wants to. He know he can't do it. That's why he got Big Sean to do it. Big Sean's in there going after Kendrick on there, and he's cool with it because that's what he wants. He's got Big Sean on there. He can't say nothing about Kendrick, but he knows Big Sean is, and you on the song with him. You're co-signing it. You know he coming at Kendrick. Come on, man. You know what this is. Kendrick would tear that boy to shreds. He would tear Eminem to pieces. And Eminem should know it. Eminem could rap, but you are not going to beat Kendrick Lamar. And that's it. And the thing is the white people who is your allies are going to agree that Kendrick will tear you apart and you shouldn't mess with Kendrick Lamar. Then that's going to really eat at your soul because you're going to feel you can. M's always going to feel he can. Like, I've been in the studio with him. I saw his techniques. But yeah, he could really do this. But I've always saw the fear in Eminem. I've always seen his fear. The Detroit rapper, what's his name? Super MC. He was scared of him. He was scared of a lot of rappers in the game. And he threw his arms around a lot of them. But when they was like, oh, you gonna battle like Super MC. It was like, oh, Super MC is here. You know, like, he was scared. And it was like, Eminem's voice is out. So this is an 8 Mile. Y'all can actually go to the bonus DVD and go see that. They were filming bonus scenes that they might use in the movie. It was like, we might use some of these scenes in the movie while we set up the next shots. So you guys won't be sitting around. We're just going to have a fake battle thing. We're recorded, and whoever wins can go ahead. And they had everybody freestyling in there and coming up with flows, all right, and doing stuff. Then all of a sudden, yeah, and then Super MC was one of the ones they selected out of the group. And Eminem didn't want to, they came out with Eminem's, he's saving his voice for the movie. He's been losing his voice. So he's going to come out and just mimic his voice. And then the crowd, y'all just go, oh, and react. And we're going to go back and put the audio in later. So basically, he's not even freestyle battling. So Eminem comes out, got the microphone close to his mouth, so you can't see that he's not rapping in the crowd going, oh! And then he's gonna go and pin the rap back. But he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't rap against Super MC. Then the next guy came up, and then he was doing the same thing again. And then he turns the microphone on. No, hold on. Wait a minute. I ain't no way I'm going to let you get away with doing that song. And then starts going after dude because now he can battle. He's like, oh, yeah, I could take this dude. He's got this whole written verse and everybody just getting off on me. This is not finna be cool. But he wouldn't turn that mic on for Super MC. He wasn't going to do that. Eminem know who to pick a fight with and who not. Because Big Sean is from Detroit. And because he's from Detroit and he can rap, Eminem got to put his arms around, and I'm going to put you, under my umbrella, bring you over here with me. We already got Joyner. Joining album was corny. Yeah, it was corny. It was corny. Nobody wants to hear a big 6 foot tall black suburban rap. Fat Boy Gary from the film room. Why would Eminem do that? Why would Eminem put out a full diss track against Joe Budden? That don't even make any sense. That whole thing right there just sounds airtight retarded. It doesn't even make sense for him to do it. It just don't. So on that note, I'm up out of here. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Welcome to HD TV, Armando Black TV, Star Report. and all of the people that really appreciate the real essence and art of hip hop. Blessings to you and Eminem. Retire. It's over.